To speak about building the future of Nigeria is to conjure up the ghost of a warrior. An Iroko tree that stood tall in the forest, survived the axe with broken branches that answers questions of vulnerability. With falling dried leaves, creating a pathway leading to my heart, me, a citizen of a country whose hope lingers like the life of an antelope who wakes up every morning with its heart beating out its chest because I know there's a cheetah out there I must outrun, else I become prey, praying every day that somehow we see the light and hope for the nation. To speak about building the future of Nigeria is to recall handshakes between the Princess Alexandra and Sir Tafawa Balewa in 1960 that held promises of generations, aspirations of what it is for a dream to come true, an answered prayer. To speak about building the future of Nigeria is to revisit the words of Sir Nnamdi Azikiwe in 1959, where he said, "For 25 years of my life, I have fought for the freedom of Nigeria. Nigeria will gain independence on October 1st, 1960, and it makes no difference who becomes Prime Minister, whether Tafawa Balewa, Awolowo, or myself. So long as Nigeria is free, I will be satisfied." To speak about building the future of my country is to acknowledge the resilience of the youths. So when a youth says, "I love my country, but because," words signifying doubt yet serving as a seal to conviction like, "But I forgive my kinsmen, and for my country I will represent." Like, "You broke my heart, but I still love you," with all the pieces that looks exactly like that on the map of my country that connects us, yet most mistake it for scars, causing upheaval by digging up stories of injuries like, "But I wish to be taken back to the days when the 521 ethnic groups, the over 600 distinct languages represented love and diversity, when animosity had no room, so we collectively put it out of the house." So when the instigator says, "Fight you your neighbor, who speaks not like you, whose tongues are maps," will I make an offering of my sister on the tray, or my brother a sacrifice? Will I become Abraham, hoping that God sends a replacement? Or shall I stain the altar and become Cain? But this time, I tell them, Abel will not die. Abel will see the light.
Hello, everyone.
Let us wash hands like a priest preparing for a holy ceremony. Let us feast like our joy is complete, for indeed this is our fatherland. So come with a mother's tongue and a maiden name. Come with the dynamic of culture, either Hausa, Basa, Igala, or Yoruba, Tangali, Ishekiri, Kalabari, or Gbagi. Let the sounds bring us together, Igbo, Urobo, Isoko, or Ibibio, in a feast of diversity. Every tongue is a guest. So come home, no matter the tribe. This is still our Nigeria.
And it's a bright and beautiful day. And I know you're enjoying that piece from Maryam Bukar, talking about building peace in our dear country, Nigeria, and how the youths are major stakeholders and contributors to the peace building process of this our dear country, Nigeria. And there's no better time to talk about peace than now, and that is why in exploring the creativity, the God-given talents that Maryam and her team have, we decided that we're going to have Maryam tell you guys directly what she's been doing. Maryam Bukar is in the studio. Welcome on the program.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, you are a creative person and you have this way with words, yet you didn't just stop about talking, using your talent for other mundane things like people do. You decide to contribute to the peace building process of this country. That is amazing. You're also the curator of Through My Voice initiative. That is where all this amazing creativity is being displayed. Let's talk about that. What is this Through My Voice initiative and what do you guys do there?
Thank you so much for having me, and thank you so much for that amazing question. So Through My Voice initiative was born out of the passion for seeing young people who are poets, who are storytellers, use their art beyond mundane things, like you said, love and other things. Love is very important, by the way. But going further, to see that our work as poets and as storytellers does not just stop as being entertainers, but we are a force to reckon with, because the moment you understand the power you have in contributing your quota to the advocacy side of things, then it becomes really important, and it becomes a responsibility upon you to make sure that you extend that to others as well. And that is exactly what we at Through My Voice are doing with building or developing the digital advocacy capacity of young storytellers. And what really excited me about Through My Voice when I started was really the support that I got, especially from change.org. I am the campaign coordinator for change.org in Nigeria, and it was really exciting having them say, listen, we want to support young creatives in Nigeria. We want to be able to give you that platform to, develop their digital advocacy capacity. We're going to give you people, resources, human resource that are going to come and, be a part of the training and all of that you're doing for these young people. So when we started that, another thing that was really fascinating for me was the willingness of other young poets having the peer-to-peer learning. And they would come up with ideas and say, listen, Ahan, I think we should do this because I noticed XYZ in the younger people that are coming. And these are also young people. They're like, oh, the younger people, they need this skill. And so in all honesty, I am super, super proud of this initiative. And it's really because it's not just me working on it, but I have amazing young storytellers willing to also share their knowledge with the next generation, and telling them, listen, there is light in you being a poet, and you're beyond an entertainer. Yesterday, someone made a post in the platform, and he said, I normally get this really bad remark from my peers when I say to them, oh, listen, I am a writer. When you introduce yourself as I am a writer, it becomes a problem. And he said, oh, they look down on him and they say, oh, you're a writer, and so do you even make money off of that? Like, what is that, And I said to him yesterday that, tell them that you are holy. And this is because God himself has chosen to use words to preserve his scripture and religions, be it Christianity, Muslim, this is all from God. He has chosen words to preserve his scripture over time. God could have chosen any other means, but he chose words because words are super powerful. And so when they talk to you, speak from a point of power, because you are powerful. You are a custodian of words. And words have the power to change the mindset of people. And that is why we started Through My Voice.
Amazing, amazing. One very interesting thing about Through My Voice that I noticed also is that when we talk about young people, the age of the people you have in Through My Voice, they are really young.
Yes. We have people from 13 years to 24 years. I'm slightly older, but I mean the members are between those ages, and it just really goes deeply to tell you that the young people in Nigeria, it's a blessing to have the spirit of restlessness. As much as some of our leaders will disagree, but I think the spirit of restlessness is a blessing when harnessed properly, because the reason you're restless is you want to create or you want to destroy. So when it is harnessed properly, then you tend to see that a lot of new ideas, innovations, and because the young people like me are restless, our brain is always on overdrive. So when channeled properly, we can really give a facelift to the country.
You are doing exceptionally well with Through My Voice, talking about how you are speaking about the many problems we have in Nigeria, and not just talking about them, but also through your creative talent, telling us the solutions that we could apply to solving them, as well as also reawakening the conscious patriotic feeling that we ought to have to be able to take this country forward. And that is something that is commendable. So well done, well done. You're doing very well at Through My Voice, and we are really happy to have you.
Thank you so
the
much.
program is still Good Morning Abuja, but we'll be speaking with you know her already, Maryam Bukar. It's been amazing, it's been wonderful. But before we let her go, we'll just ask her to do something, a signature something of hers that we need to take home. So
okay. So I'm going to do something titled Yes You Can, and this is a motivational piece, also saying that, you know, every youth out there can do whatever it is that they want, so long as, you know, it's taking that dream to reality. I can't do it. I'm too young to see beyond. I can't do it. I'm too old for a future to hold. No, I can't do it. I'm slow. It will take forever to glow. No, I can't do it. My past isn't a good cast. They all said as I listened with keen ears, different views pointing to one major point: the fear of failure, discovering something new as it could be a mania, a sense of growth to a new idea. But have you heard of King Na, a 12-year-old motivational speaker, giving life to young soldiers, you can call him a keeper? Have you heard of Heartland Sanders, had every right to give up because of so much blunders? At 88 he made it. Through the freedom to fail, he nailed it. He's dead at sight, but not in the taste buds, cause the KFC you crave, he created. So where is the question of age? For however age, there are people searching for inspiration, and that can just be you. But have you heard of our very own Laboyari? Tozauna Kajilabari, Denga ilimi ya zama ƙari, da shi aka yaƙi jahilci na fari. Inspiration ga masu neman ilimi babban jari. Call him Tauraron Taurari. Several years working in areas, through patience and diligence, he gained recognition undeniable in the nation. I salute you, O man of conviction. Walking slow shouldn't make your confidence low, for life is an endless struggle. Just don't stop the hustle. Don't fear the fall, but fear staying on the ground. But no matter how many times you fall, never call the ground home. People talk about the future, but fail to realize we're living in the future that becomes past with every second that passes by. And if you do not grab the reins and make the change and be the voice of peace today, then indeed you're wasting the future.
amazing. That was really beautiful.
Thanks. So
Don't waste the future. You heard it from Maryam herself. Do not waste the future. Whatever you do, don't waste the future. And another take home from there is, no matter how many times you fall to the ground, don't make the ground your home. It's not your home. Get up, get up, get up, get back up. And that is it. It's still Good Morning Abuja. We'll take a short break, and when we return, the program continues.